Welcome to the age of Bloomin Beamers. Beamers are simply people who consciously surround themselves, and sometimes others, in a field of unconditional love. The bloomin' part comes from being a beamer. You see, the more you channel unconditional love, the more centered and grounded you become. And with the subsequent clearing out of your dis-eases with life, you will be able to channel more and more love. This synchronicity effortlessly lifting you to ever more moving experiences. The basis for Bloomin Beamers really comes from 20,000 years ago, 10,000 years ago, before really man decided to politicize spirituality and call it religion. There used to be a really old paradigm that was that all of the humans were swimming in this big pool of what they called ether, before science grabbed hold of that name. And the ether was considered the unconditional love of God, and that we were just swimming in this ether. And what you know that as, and a lot of people don't realize this, like the oldest word, the Latin word for spirit, is spiritus. And spiritus means, anybody know? Spiritus means to breathe, because their belief was in those times that all you had to do to be spirited was to breathe, because we were swimming in this ether that was unconditional love. So, take a look at our English word respiration. It's respiration. It's totally makes a lot of sense when you think about it.
Respirit at ion.
Or respirit at ion, yeah, for sure. So I kind of like to say, sometimes remind people that with atmospheric pressure, all of us have about 3,000 pounds pushing on our bodies at all times. And this, to me, this is God just gently putting this 3,000 pounds of pressure on you. But she's an unconditional lover, so she doesn't come in unless she's invited. But she's sure there present. And if you want to be spirited, I would say there's as much spirit out there as you could possibly want. So, the idea of being a Bloomin Beamer is just learning how to hook up to that ether and channel it through your body. And then, of course, when you're channeling it through your body, you can play with other people with cranial sacral or with massage or with anything else you want to do. But I think it's also a beautiful way to experience the day. We start off by just closing our eyes and relaxing a little bit. And then just open up the energy field and bring up the energy of Mother Earth up through the balls of your feet and up through your feet and your calves and your thighs until that energy gets up to your heart. Energy should feel just like kind of a tickle, a tingle, like low-grade electricity. And then once that energy is up to your heart, then just energy always follows thought. So just open up the fontanelle, that soft spot that was on the top of your head when you were a child. Just open up your fontanelle and invite the Father Sky energy to come down through your fontanelle, through your head and your neck, until it connects in your heart with the energy from Mother Earth. Amazingly so, in all of the world, the human being is the only being who can consciously connect her. And so now that we have this energy, suggest to you that you can put your hands in your lap, maybe 5 inches apart, and you can send the energy out your heart across your right shoulder or down your right arm until the energy starts coming out of your right hand And you can pick up that energy with your left hand and bring it back in a circle up to your heart again. So you've created a circuit with your thought of this unconditional love. And I think what you'll find is that you'll feel that the fingertips are starting to tingle now as that energy goes across that space. And you can actually begin to play with that energy a little bit. It feels a little bit like a Nerf ball. It actually has a sort of substance to it. And now you can just bring your hands out to where maybe you got a basketball in your hands, a basketball full of unconditional love. Now I would just invite you to just spread the ball out until all of us in this circle are sitting inside of each other's balls, that we're all in this chrysalis of love. Now we can just bring back the ball back again, back into your little 5-inch ball. Continue to channel the love, but you can just put your hands back on your legs. Just take the ball away. Wiggle your toes a little bit, sort of just come back to where we're at. You can always take this 5-inch ball if you want to in the morning during your meditation or whatever, and just take that ball and just walk it through your whole body. So you can just have a conversation with your whole body and that ball of unconditional love. I think you'll find that your body will react to it. You can walk into a room where there's an argument going on, or there's a lot of stress, or there's whatever else, and you can take that ball and make it as big as that room. Unconditionally, not that you expect any outcome. Just unconditionally tell everybody in their unconscious self that there's love in this world. You can make that energy field as big as you want to. It's up to you. You may find out that if you start making that field really big, you're going to notice there's a lot more energy coming through you because you're just making a bigger space. So you're going to probably start getting pretty hot, And if you want to make it really big, you can probably get yourself into spontaneous combustion. Well, whatever. But, we cool. Namaste.
Parameters.